Thanks for joining us on Plus TV Africa. My name is Felicity Ezewike. African News suspected gunmen in the early hours of Friday attacked Inseujo community in Urav Tiv in Katsina Ala local government area of Benue State and killed several people. Eyewitnesses said 12 people were found dead. However, police confirmed 9 persons killed in the attack. The attackers stormed the community in a commando manner, shooting indiscriminately, leading to the death of 8 persons on the spot. Reacting to the attack, Governor Samuel Ortom has described it as unacceptable. The governor, who spoke through his chief press secretary, disclosed that troops have been deployed to the affected area to bring the situation under control. The Nigerian army says it has killed 7 suspected Boko Haram terrorists at Garanda village in Borno State. The Deputy Director of Information Operation Lafia Dole, Colonel Clement Wachuku, confirmed this to journalists on Thursday. He revealed that the armed group had on Tuesday Eve launched an attack on a military location in the village of Guzamala, local government area of the state. Colonel Wachuku said the troops, who were already on alert, responded swiftly and repelled the attack, killing 7 of the assailants in the encounter. He, however, noted that 8 soldiers were injured and had been taken to the military hospital in Maiduguri, the state capital, for treatment. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, on Thursday said one of its staff was killed at the same location. A 49-year-old Nigerian man has allegedly died in Calgary after a confrontation with 2 Canada Border Services Agency officers who were charged to ensure his deportation on Tuesday. The Border Services Agency said the Nigerian citizen was on KLM Airlines Flight 678 bound for Amsterdam. The man was declared dead by about 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday, but the Canadian Border Agency did not reveal his identity because his next of kin is yet to be informed. CBS News identified the man as in Nigeria using documents from the Immigration and Refugee Board of Canada Immigration Division. He was known to have been engaged in a lengthy battle to stay in Canada. Thailand tourist police have revealed they plan to visit 1,400 Nigerians living in the country next week to make sure that they are not involved in any criminal activity. The Deputy Tourist Police Chief, Surachev Hakpal, made this known on Friday. Thai The Nation reports. Hakpal said the measure is necessary for preventing criminals from coming to use Thailand as a base for illegal activities. The tourist police also encouraged their citizens to report foreigners they suspect of being engaged in criminal activities. President of the Senate, Dr. Abubakar Bukola Saraki, and his deputy Ike Ekweremadu have raised alarm, insinuating that the federal government has started the execution of a plot to implicate them and other colleagues in the People's Democratic Party for invasion of National Assembly premises by the men of the Department of State Services, DSS, last Tuesday. We have been reliably informed that instead of the presidency to set up a public inquiry or judicial commission to probe last Tuesday's early morning invasion of the National Assembly has been demanded by the public, they have commenced the process of manipulation and fabrication. The statement read in part. The 2 legislative leaders have cried foul as they fear facts would be turned against them and get them indicted in the end. Candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the Osun State governorship election, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has faltered those questioning his educational qualification. Senator Adeleke spoke to reporters hours after Justice David Oladimeji of the Osun State High Court in Osogbo dismissed a suit challenging his eligibility to contest the poll for lack of merit. He added, "Let the fact sink that I was a very popular student of the school and a strong member of the Alumni Association. My schoolmates are here around me. Senator Adeleke, flanked by some of his schoolmates, described the dismissal of the suit against him as a true representation of the uprightness of the judiciary. He was also happy that the judicial pronouncement has vindicated and confirmed his qualification and eligibility to contest the elections. The much-anticipated special intervention by the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, to calm frayed nerves over the growing frosty relationship between the governor of the state, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, and some leaders and members of the party could not hold yesterday. Some aggrieved members of the party yesterday alleged that the state governor deliberately forced a retreat for members of the State Executive Committee, which started in Abuja yesterday, to stall the meeting, which many believed is necessary to ensure that the party remain intact in the home state of the national chairman. But reports gathered indicate that Mr. Oshiomhole postponed the meeting due to an APC rally held in Katsina State, which he attended on Thursday, and that he has insisted he must hold the meeting irrespective of the position of the governor on the issues. These meetings may not be unconnected to the recent defections from the All Progressive Congress to the People's Democratic Party. Still in the news, members of the APC House of Representatives have warned colleagues to stop using the invasion of the National Assembly as an excuse to malign President Muhammadu Buhari. This is as more reactions continue to trail the siege by the Department of State Services. The members, led by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yusuf, said the siege is condemnable by all right-thinking Nigerians and should not be given the coloration of an APC action.
We all stand together to defend our democracy. Nobody here would accept what happened a few days ago. But we want to appeal to everybody, particularly to our PDP colleagues, that they should not use this as an opportunity to malign the party or the president. The president, we know for a fact, was not aware of what happened, was not involved, and the moment he heard, he took the right decisions.
We want to enjoin the public, like he said, to still see APC as the party of choice, because in the last 3 years, we have done our utmost best to find a way of trying to right the wrongs of the past administration. And so we are here today to let the public know that APC as a caucus, we condemned what happened some few days back, and that we also commend the government for the action taken on the Director General of the DSS. Thank you very much.
With the general elections fast approaching and in the wake of different political leaders defecting from one party to another for different political reasons, the Catholic Bishop Conference of Nigeria has come out strongly, warning that any priest or lay faithful should not endorse any political candidate or party. Osino Ogumodede of St. Philip's and James Catholic Church spoke exclusively to Plus TV Africa on the position of the church on the matter.
The position of the church is that we should not be involved in politics, because all of in the church, they are APC, they are PDP, they are AFGA, they are what have you, all kinds of parties that the members belong to. So if one of the church supports one, it is like siding one against the other. So I think we all should abide by that. That's just what INEC should be doing. That INEC too should not be partial to any political party. Just as the church position is, they are referee. A referee should never be partial to to the contestants. Just as also the judges should never be partial. But we all know that some judges are bought. And so some referees are bought. And some priests that are not good priests are also bought. So the church maintains the position that no priest should be bought, should allow himself to be bought, or any religious, insofar as he speaks and acts officially. They should not allow themselves to be bought by any political friend or party or organization. The church should be seen to be fair to all. So that's it. So time for election is coming, and this is just a timely advice and warning too.
We'll take a quick break now. Stay tuned for more news when we return. Director of the Somali National Intelligence and Security Agency in Bay Region, Mohammed Aflo, has on Friday confirmed to the Somali Red Crescent Society that 5 aid workers have been kidnapped by suspected Al-Shabaab militants in southern Somali in a series of abductions in the country. Aflo informed journalists in the capital of Bay Region that the aid workers were distributing nutrition supplies in Balchi village when they were abducted. He, however, said efforts are already underway to secure their release. Even though there are speculations that it is an Al-Shabaab attack, no group has claimed responsibility for the kidnapping of the aid workers. The State Department says that it is increasing the reward for anyone with relevant information that could lead to the arrest of 2 men wanted in connection with the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombing in Nairobi and Dar es Salaam. The amount to be rewarded for information on Abdullah Ahmed, Abdullah and Saif Abdel, who has increased from $5 million to $10 million. Both men are Egyptians, about 50 years of age, wanted by the FBI for allegedly helping plan and execute the attacks that left 212 East Africans and 12 Americans dead and scores injured. Zimbabwe's opposition leader Nelson Chamisa on Friday filed a petition challenging the July 30 presidential election results at the Constitutional Court. Our legal team successfully filed our court papers. We have a good case. And the 40-year-old leader of opposition party Movement for Democratic Change said on Twitter. The move comes after Chamisa narrowly lost the July 30 election to incumbent Emmerson Mnangagwa. The results of the Electoral Commission showed that Mnangagwa won 50.8% of the vote, followed by Chamisa with 44.3%. But Chamisa claims he won 56% of the votes, calling the election fraudulent, illegal, and illegitimate. When we return, we'll bring you news on a shooting incident in Canada and more. Stay with us. Canadian police say a suspect is in custody after at least 4 people, 2 of them police officers, were killed in a shooting in the eastern city of Fredericton, New Brunswick. The city police confirmed the officer's death on Twitter. The pair have not been named, and the circumstances around the incident remain unclear. Police have ended a lockdown in the area but continue their investigation. The Saudi-led military coalition has announced it will investigate an airstrike in Yemen which killed at least 29 children. On its Twitter feed, Saudi-funded Al Arabiya TV quoted a senior official who said the coalition was probing collateral damage from the strike. Forces struck a bus in Dahan in the rebel-held province of Sadr. The coalition backs Yemen's government against Houthi rebels and initially deemed its actions illegitimate. But now the coalition intends to investigate the strike, with Al Arabiya TV quoting the official as saying they will bring the perpetrators to account and compensate the victims. The Houthi-affiliated health minister now says the death toll from the strike has risen to 51, including 40 children, with a further 79 injured. Separatists called for a protest in India, Kashmir's summer capital, Srinagar, on Friday to protest attempts to revoke Article 35A of the Indian Constitution, which provides special rights and privileges to the permanent residents of the state. Kashmir separatist leader Yasin Malik led the protest, saying that Kashmirs have a single unified voice and would go to any extent to protect the law. Protesters gathered in the city's Lal Chowk area after Friday prayers and raised separatist slogans in dissent. This came after a statewide shutdown earlier this week. This article of the Indian Constitution recognizes and empowers the permanent residents of the state by providing them with special privileges and subsidies from the central government, while barring outsiders of the rest of the country from settling down in Kashmir. It is in accordance with Article 370, which gives an autonomous status to Jammu and Kashmir. Up next is our business report. The Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority on Thursday announced the payment of a total of $417.46 million to the Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading Company PLC. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer NSIA, Mr. Uche Orji, said the authority had accomplished its goals of enhancing NBET's liquidity position. It said the returned funds consisted of the principal sum of $350 million allocated to the NSIA from the proceeds of the $1 billion Eurobond issued by the federal government in July 2013 under a fund management agreement, and a sum of $67.46 million net of fees as interest and earnings over the investment period. The transfer follows the expiry of the 4 years investment term. The NSIA, in a statement issued in Abuja, said the $417.46 million was transferred in 3 tranches made up of $8 million May 2016, $5.5 million August 2016, and $603.93 million. The Securities and Exchange Commission has enjoined shareholders who bought shares in different names to regularize the transaction between August and December 31st, 2018 without any penalties. The Acting Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Mary Udok, at a press briefing in Lagos, said if all shares are regularized, it will improve liquidity in the market. Plus TV Africa correspondent Eddie Deong Iwang reports.
And we're saying, come and regularize that situation and collect back your shares. Please let them know that there is no punishment attached to it. The SEC is not punishing anybody. We just want you between now and the 31st of December to come and regularize that transaction.
It will increase liquidity.
Yes.
Because, the shares are just stock, no trading on those shares. And not only the issue of trading, the investors cannot claim their dividend. So it has also the effect on the issue of unclaimed dividend.
Still ahead on Plus TV Africa News is a roundup on entertainment and sports. Back in a moment.
And in entertainment, Afropop star Yemi Alade will be headlining the 2018 Essence Street Style Block Party. The Johnny singer will be performing alongside Tiana Taylor. The party will be hosted by Amanda Seales with contributions from popular British model Naomi Campbell, singer Kellis and Kelly Brown. Alade is currently in Haiti for her Black Magic World Tour. English actor Idris Elba may be considered again for the coveted James Bond role after the producer Barbara Broccoli said it's time for a non-white leading man to play the character. There's been a lot of speculation surrounding the role as Idris was revealed as a frontrunner in 2014. Elba has, however, denied the claims, saying the producers should do something different with the role and have a black and white actress take up the role of the spy franchise. Other actors that have been suggested for the 007 role are James Norton, Tom Hardy, and Aidan Turner. American rapper and singer Kentrell Deshaun Golden, popularly known as Young Boy, has announced on social media that he's expecting his 5th child. This will be his 5th child from his 4th baby mama. The 18-year-old rapper said he's expecting the child from his girlfriend Janice, and although he has been given a restraining order by the police after a hotel footage was released some time back showing Jania thrown to the floor by the rapper. She, however, denied claims on social media, saying that's how they play. And that's it on entertainment. The very best in sports right after this.
And in sports, in what could only be described as a bizarre moment to unveil a player, Villarreal had an unconventional unveiling of new signing Santi Cazorla using a magician and a smoke-filled glass tube on Friday. The former Arsenal midfielder was presented by Spanish illusionist Junque in an empty glass chamber on the Villarreal pitch, which gradually fills with smoke before Cazorla steps out to be greeted by the 4,500 waiting fans. And the 33-year-old Spaniard has overcome long-term injury issues to sign a one-year contract with Villarreal after being released by Arsenal this summer after 6 years with the Gunners. The former Spain international has spent 646 days on the sidelines due to an Achilles injury until featuring for Villarreal in a friendly last month. And still on sports, former Tour de France winner Jan Ullrich is in police custody after allegedly assaulting a prostitute in Frankfurt early Friday morning. And the assault took place at a luxury hotel after Ullrich got into an argument with the prostitute and, according to the victim, physically assaulted her. And a police spokesman said the 44-year-old was under the influence of alcohol and drugs upon arrest. The incident took place just 1 week after Ullrich was detained by police in Mallorca after forcefully entering his neighbor's house and threatening him. According to German media, Ullrich was staying in Frankfurt in order to receive treatment for alcohol and drug abuse. And the former cyclist is known for being the only German to win the Tour de France in 1997 and also won Olympic gold in Sydney 2000. And over to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Super Eagles striker Kelechi Iheanacho has stated that he is targeting an improved season with his club Leicester City this season. The Nigerian was brought from Manchester City for a fee of £25 million last summer, but he failed to live up to his high price tag. He scored just 3 goals in 7 starts in the Premier League, and Iheanacho is, however, expected to play a role when Leicester City take on Manchester United at Old Trafford for the opening match of the season. And the young forward has suggested that he is feeling sharp ahead of the new campaign. Iheanacho is likely to be picked over Jamie Vardy against United due to the England international having only recently returned to training after the World Cup. And that's the much we can take on Sport Update on Plus TV Africa. I am Udoka Njoko.
Thanks, Udoka. And that's our news roundup of events at this hour. For more news updates, please follow us at Plus TV Africa on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube page at Plus TV Africa. We'll be back later with more stories making the headlines. To join us again. My name is Felicity Eziwike. Thanks for watching.